Entering and exiting classroom procedures. Teachers, we heard you. Restrooms were the #1 issue teachers identified on the Safe and Civil survey sent out by the Safe and Civil Committee. As a team, we decided to create a school-wide policy for entering and exiting the classroom to alleviate the restroom issues and other out-of-classroom issues. So what will this look like? All teachers will be given a sign-in, sign-out log. Students are required to complete this log anytime they leave the classroom. The reasoning behind the log is so that we can track where students are at all times.
When are students allowed to leave the classroom? So students are not allowed to leave the classroom unless it's an absolute emergency or if there's a staff that requires their immediate attention.
All right, teachers, there will be 4 passes available in your classroom with our new system. They will be distributed to you on Friday, November 5th during first and second period, along with the sign in and sign out log.
This is the office pass, and as with the other passes that we'll be covering, each have basic information with expectations on there. So, and the expectations for this one are as follows. You may not leave during instruction. So we're asking you to hold the students while they're being taught or given instruction, and they may not leave during the first or last 10 minutes of class. The students are to sign in and out on the provided log in the classroom. And of course, we're wanting students to wash their hands. This is the hall pass that's to be used when a student needs to go to another teacher. So this is not for office, not for the bathroom, but it can be for the water, So if a student is just needing to go get a drink of water, this is what they would use. Okay, so this is the restroom pass. So make sure that students have this when they go to the restroom. Please only allow 1 student at a time to use restroom pass. And of course, this is like as was said before, first and last 10 minutes are not to, they're not to be used during that time. And of course, wash their hands when they return. This is the pass for the nurse. So of course, this is if the student is injured or is showing fever-like symptoms or are showing any symptoms of an illness. This would be what they take at that moment.
When and how are we implementing this policy with students? When? Tuesday, November the 9th. How? At the beginning of first and fourth periods. Please show the student video to your classes. The student video will be sent to teachers on Friday, November 5th. The video is about 5 minutes long and explains the policy and procedures to students. Please go over it with yourself before showing to students. Also, how can I set up my classroom for success? That's what maybe some of you guys are thinking to yourself. And so if you can see the picture in this particular slide has examples of how you could potentially set up your passes and also have the log right under it. But the goal is for teachers to have their 4 passes easily accessible for students with the sign out log nearby. And the rationale behind this is the fact that the more uniform we are as a staff with our policies, the easier it is to lessen student misbehavior. All right, teachers, here are a couple of frequently asked questions. If I have my own restroom pass policy or passes, do I have to use this one? So the answer to that is, in order to remain a united front, admin is asking teachers to use the pass system to the best of their ability. Many of your current systems can be modified to include this new school-wide policy. Next question, what if I don't feel comfortable having students touch the same pass because of COVID? As long as you use the sign out log and have a visible pass for restrooms, the nurse, hallway, or office, that is perfectly acceptable. If you want your own paper pass to send students, just make sure that it's designated for restrooms, nurse, hallway, or office. And then, is getting water considered an emergency? This is up to teachers' discretion. Some students may actually need water because of dehydration or fatigue, but just make sure they're using that hallway pass if they are doing that. If I have any further questions, who can I contact? Well, the Safe and Civil team consists of Mr. Michaels, Ms. Cerna, Mr. Borg, Mr. Lombard, Ms. Belliacci, and Dr. T. Williams. And just feel free to reach out to any one of us if you have any additional questions. And then last but not least, just remembering just overall why we're doing this in general is that documenting matters. All right. We just really want to make sure that our students are responsible for letting us know where they are for their own safety. Thank you, you guys, and have a good rest of your night and a good rest of your day. And go Owls. Hoo-hoo.